Welcome to Physiology class. In this session, we will be discussing about conducting system of the heart. Human heart has a specialized conductive system through which the impulses that are generated in one side are capable of propagating to other parts of the heart. So why is it possible, or why is the human heart able to initiate as well as propagate the impulses? It is because human heart has got three properties called automaticity, excitability, and conductivity, which are responsible for this propagation. So what is automaticity? It is the ability of cardiac cells to initiate an electrical impulse. Now, the second property is excitability, which is the ability of cardiac cells to respond to an electrical impulse. And the last one is conductivity, which is the ability to transmit an electrical impulse from one cell to another. So altogether, this automaticity, excitability, and conductivity will help in the initiation or generation of cardiac impulse. Also, it helps in the propagation or transmission of impulse that is being generated in one area to all the remaining parts of the heart. Now let's see what are the components of conducting system. The conducting system of the heart is formed by modified cardiac muscle fibers, which are SA node, AV node, bundle of His, and Purkinje fibers. I repeat, SA node, AV node, bundle of His, and Purkinje fibers are the components of conducting system. Now let's see each one in detail. The first one is SA node, which is otherwise called sinoatrial node. It is considered to be the primary pacemaker of heart. Why? Because the cardiac impulses are getting initiated here, and that is why SA node is considered to be the primary pacemaker of heart. So where is it located? In the figure itself, you can make it out. The SA node is located in the right atrium near the opening of superior vena cava. That is, here the superior vena cava opens into right atrium, which is the place where the SA node is also located. So the impulse that is being generated in the SA node is able to get propagated into different areas of the heart. So where all it will get propagated? From the SA node, the impulse will get transmitted within the right atrium. This is the first one, that is to the into the cardiac muscles of atria. The second one is into the left atrium. The impulse that is generated in the SA node also reaches into the left atrium through the interatrial tract, which is otherwise called Bachmann's bundle. So the impulse generated from the SA node reach the right atrium, left atrium, and it also reaches the AV node, which is located in the interatrial septum. So what happens? The impulse from the SA node reaches the AV node through three nodal pathways. Here you can see the figure. There are three internodal pathways, and they are called, the first one, that is the anterior one, is called the pathway of Bachmann. The middle one is called Wenckebach's pathway, and the posterior one is called pathway of Thorel. So through this Bachmann, Wenckebach, and Thorel's pathway, the impulse from the SA node finally reaches the AV node. So I repeat, SA node is considered to be the primary pacemaker of heart, which is because normally the cardiac impulses are getting initiated from here. Now the location is, it is located in the right atrium near the opening of superior vena cava. Now, the impulse that is generated in the SA node reaches into the right atrium, into the left atrium through Bachmann's bundle, and finally into the AV node via three internodal pathways, which are called anterior or Bachmann's bundle, middle or Wenckebach's bundle, posterior or pathway of Thorel. So that is all about SA node. The second one is AV node. Here, as I've already mentioned, AV node is located in the interatrial septum. It is located in the right posterior portion of interatrial septum. So it is stimulated by the excitation wave that travels through the internodal pathways from the SA node. As I've already mentioned in the previous slide, that the impulse that is generated in the SA node is capable of reaching the AV node via the internodal pathway. And because of this pathway, the AV node will get stimulated. Now, what is AV nodal delay? Usually there used to be a delay of 0.1 second for the impulse to get transmitted through the AV node. I repeat, whenever the impulse reaches the AV node, there usually used to be a delay of 0.1 second. Why? Because to ensure the atria have enough time to fully eject blood into the ventricle before the ventricle contracts. So, in order to ensure the proper ejection of blood from the atria into the ventricle, there used to be a delay of 0.1 second for the impulse to get transmitted through the AV node, and that is called AV nodal delay, which is of physiological significance. Now, the last term we are discussing here is decremental conduction. That is, it refers to the ability of AV node to slow down the transmission of rapid impulse from the SA node to the ventricle. That is, this AV node has got a control over SA node to limit the number of impulses, and that particular property is called decremental conduction. So that is all about AV node. AV node, as I mentioned, is located in the interatrial septum. They receive the information through the internodal pathway, so that the information or the impulse that is generated from the SA node finally reaches the AV node, and they will get the information regarding it. Now, AV nodal delay, that is, there used to be a delay of 0.1 second for the impulse to get transmitted through the AV node. It is for ensuring the proper ejection of blood from the atria into the ventricle before the ventricle contracts. Now, decremental conduction, that is, this AV node has got a control over SA node to limit the number of fast ejecting impulses, and that is called decremental conduction. Now, the third component is bundle of His. Bundle of His are the small fibers that arise from the SA node and finally terminates in the Purkinje fibers. So from here it begins and it finally terminates in the Purkinje fibers. So this is called bundle of His. Location, it is located below the AV node near the interventricular septum. That is the septum that is present in between right and left ventricle. So the bundle of His arises from the or beneath the AV node to finally terminate in the Purkinje fiber, and it is present in the interventricular septum. Now it has got certain branches like right bundle branch and left bundle branch. So the right bundle branch innervates the right ventricle and left bundle branch innervates the left ventricle. The left ventricle is further divided into anterior as well as posterior division. The anterior portion of left ventricle is supplied by the anterior division of left bundle branch, and the posterolateral portion of left ventricle is supplied by the left bundle branch of bundle of His. I repeat, the bundle of His is a small fiber that arises from the AV node to finally terminate in the Purkinje fiber. It is located in the internodal pathway. It has got two branches, and the right bundle branch and left bundle branch. This right bundle branch supplies the right ventricle. The left bundle branch gets further divided into two, and they are anterior and posterior division. The anterior division supplies the anterior portion of left ventricle, and the posterior portion supplies the posterolateral portion of left ventricle. Now, the last component of conducting system is Purkinje fiber. Purkinje fibers are located in the subendocardial regions of right ventricle and left ventricle. That is, it is located in the subendocardial region. Now, they are capable to rapidly transmit cardiac action potential from the atrioventricular bundle to the myocardium of the ventricle. That is the key feature of Purkinje fibers. So from from each bundle of His, many Purkinje fibers arises, and it spread all the impulses throughout the ventricular myocardium. That is the function of Purkinje fibers. So the total time that is required for the conduction from SA node to endocardial surface is around 0.22 seconds. That is the impulse that was generated from the SA node, the time that is required for that to get rapidly propagate throughout the cardiac musculature will take around 0.22 seconds. That is from the SA node to AV node, they will be taking around 0.03 seconds. And for the impulse to reach the bundle of His from the AV node, it will take around 0.13 second. And from the bundle of His, the impulse to get transmitted into the Purkinje fiber will take 0.03 second. And from the Purkinje fiber, the impulse to get propagated throughout the endocardial and epicardial surface of ventricles, it will take around 0.03 second. So altogether, the impulse that was generated from the SA node will take around 0.22 second to finally reach the endocardial as well as epicardial surface of the ventricle. So talking about the applied physiology, artificial pacemaker. In this figure, you can see this is the artificial pacemaker, which is a small electrical device commonly fitted to monitor and correct the heart rate and rhythm. And arrhythmia, that is the defect or damage of conducting system causes cardiac arrhythmia. That is, there will be irregular beating of heart, or there will be irregular transmission of impulses. So this is all about cardiac system. Though SA node is considered to be the primary pacemaker, whenever there occurs any disease or any pathology related to SA node, the AV node will take the function of pacemaking. Now, once the AV node gets any problem, the bundle of His will regain the activity of pacemaking. And if the bundle of His is also getting impaired, then the Purkinje fiber will itself start acting as a pacemaker. So since normally or physiologically the cardiac impulses are getting initiated in the SA node is considered to be the primary pacemaker of the heart, which doesn't mean that the remaining three components are unable to transmit or initiate impulses. Once the SA node gets impaired, AV node will take action. Once AV node will get impaired, the bundle of His will take action. And once the bundle of His also gets impaired, the Purkinje fiber will take action. So that is all about cardiac conducting system. So if conducting system is asked as a question, then you have to first enlist the properties which are responsible for the production of cardiac impulses in cardiac muscle, and then you have to enlist the components of cardiac conducting system, which is SA node, AV node, bundle of His, and Purkinje fibers. And then you have to describe from SA node the impulses are reaching to which all parts of the heart, from AV node where is it getting transmitted, from bundle of His where is it getting transmitted, and finally from the Purkinje fibers impulses are transmitted to which all areas of the heart. Finally, you have to add a note on applied physiology. I hope the concept is clear. Thank you.